When the night is old and the embers breathe their last red sighs. When the wind carries whispers of the forgotten and the forgiven. There are stories that rise again, like dawn after the storm. This is one such story. The word of the Mosai stood trembling between peace and blood. The brothers, Senteu and Lemayan, had walked the path of fire and shadow. Once bound by the oath of Ankai beneath the sacred fig tree, their hearts had been torn apart by jealousy, love, and the hunger for honor. Naipanoi's name still lingered in the wind, the flame that had burned between them, a forbidden desire that set the plains ablaze. But the gods are patient, and Ankai, the Sky Father, waits for no heart to remain broken forever. It was the season of long rains when Senteu returned. His spear was dull, his eyes wearied, not with battle, but with the weight of what he had done. He walked barefoot through the mud of his homeland, each step an apology carved into the earth. Mzikitu watched from afar, his old eyes knowing that time had come for the wound to close, or to bleed forever. Even lions, he whispered to the fire, must kneel to drink at the same river when the drought comes. And so Senteu came before the village, the people silent, the drums holding their breath. The seer, Nazirian, lifted her hand and the air grew heavy with the scent of rain. She spoke not to him, but to the spirits that lingered in the mist. If brother's blood has caused this land, let it be washed clean by tears, not spears. But Lemayan was not yet ready to forgive. He stood tall, his jaw tight, his eyes sharp as obsidian. You left me in the ashes, he said, and now you return with open hands. Where were your hands when our oath burned? Senteu lowered his gaze. He did not speak of Naipanoi, nor the flame that had taken them both. Instead, he drew his blade and placed it upon the ground. Then let this be the last blood I spill, he said. If Ankai wills it, let my life be the offering for your peace. The people watched, their faces wet with rain and sorrow. It was Naipanoi who broke the silence. She stepped between them, her dress of red and ochre soaked by the storm. Enough, she cried. Must love always be buried beneath pride? Have we not all lost enough? Her voice carried like lightning over the plains. Even Lemayan's breath faltered. For in that moment, she was not the flame that divided them, but the light that showed them home. Nazirian raised her staff to the heavens. Ankai has heard, she said. The storm breaks when hearts open. The rain eased. The clouds parted. And as dawn crept over the hills, Senteu and Lemayan stepped forward. Their eyes met, tired, aged by pain, but within them, a spark of the boys they once were. They clasped wrists, the way warriors do, and the crowd gasped as the light of dawn touched their hands. From the east, a golden sun rose, and with it, a new covenant, not written in blood, but in forgiveness. Naipanoi wept quietly. Not from sorrow, but release. The curse had lifted. The oath had been reborn. The people sang, not for victory, but for the peace that had finally come. And in the stillness of that morning, as Ankai's light bathed the land, the brothers stood side by side. Their spears crossed in peace. Their shadows merged as one. The wind carried their names into eternity, Senteu, Lemayan. Brothers once broken, now made whole. And as the elder's voice fades with the firelight, he looks to the children sitting before him, their eyes wide, faces lit by the dying glow. Remember, he says, even the fiercest storm bows to the dawn. And every oath, no matter how broken, can be mended by the heart that dares to forgive. The fire hisses softly, last ember flickers out, with deep, final resonance. This was a tale by Tales by Fire.